On Apple Valley News now at 5, slick and slushy conditions in eastern Washington mean local first responders are explaining the challenges they face rushing to emergencies in these conditions.
But it wasn't everywhere. I'm tracking all the latest developments in your First Alert forecast.
Tonight on Apple Valley News Now, dozens of students standing in solidarity to get the word out about human trafficking. I'm Austin Reed with the story tonight.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We begin with that breaking news of a vehicle crash, also involving power lines. Now we're taking a look at the scene at Glade North Road and Russell Road in Franklin County. This is up in the Mesa area. You can see crews have some of the streets shut down in that area as they're responding to this crash. We've been keeping an eye on it for just about 30 minutes now. We're going to continue gathering more information about what happened. As you can see, we have a crew there at the scene. They're working with first responders to figure out what happened and what the danger is for people in the area. We're going to continue to bring you updates as we learn more about what's happening there in Franklin County. And we have new information this evening about a school bus crash in Grant County. The sheriff's office there says a pickup truck that drove through a stop sign hit the Waluke School District bus, causing this around 3:40 yesterday afternoon. The sheriff's office says 17 students were on board the bus at that time. 13 of them had to be taken to hospitals here in the Tri-Cities. They are all expected to survive. Now, the pickup truck driver also had to be taken to the hospital. Investigators say they believe low visibility because of the fog played a role in the crash. Now, let's talk about the weather that we're seeing now. Lots of fog out there today. Stacy, are we seeing more of that on the way this evening?
Well, Alyssa, yes, we're seeing heavy fog. My grandma called it pea soup, and that's what it is, and it has gotten worse throughout the day. We're talking visibility a quarter mile or less. I would say, at least on my commute in Kennewick today, I saw anywhere from 100 to 500 feet of visibility, and I saw lots of cars without their lights on. You must have your lights on even if it's daylight hours, or maybe your car's like mine and has the auto part, so you got to turn them on manually, but just be aware of that. Definite hazard with all this low visibility and dense fog. Dense fog advisory now in play through 4 a.m. on Wednesday with reduced visibility all through the area. Here's our sky cam. Yeah, this is Dust Devil Stadium. You can kind of see a pole, cannot see the highway. That's what we're talking about fog-wise. Winds are light at 5 miles an hour. Our feels like temp right now, 29 degrees, so it's chilly. Get ready for active weather pattern for the next couple of days. We have a big system moving through. It's going to be snow, maybe some lowland snow in the Ellensburg area, maybe a little dusting across Yakima, mainly rain showers in our region, and then another shortwave trough coming right behind it. So active weather for the next couple of days with lots of rain. So dense fog and air stagnation advisory in place for the Yakima Valley. Wintry mix and rain possible tomorrow. We'll see that once again possible on Thursday. We'll have showers into the weekend. I'll have all the details in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. The Yakima City Council has picked a new interim city manager after voting out the previous one at their first meeting of the year. Now, at a special meeting last night, the council picked Dave Zabel, who was sworn in shortly after his selection. Now, he had previously served as Yakima's assistant city manager from 2005 to 2011, most recently as Pasco's city manager from 2014 to his retirement in 2022. Now, he now works for GMP Consultants, which the city will be paying $140 per hour for his services.
Yakima is important to us. It's basically the home base for my family. And so I have a lot of interest and a lot of commitment to the stability and success of the community.
The council will be discussing the process for finding a new permanent city manager at an upcoming meeting. Now, downtown parking has been a hot topic in Yakima for years. They're now hoping for your input. The city faced big pushback on increased enforcement efforts from local businesses and a petition signed from over 500 community members. The response, a moratorium on parking enforcement through early February. You can now make your voice heard on downtown parking issues at a public meeting that's coming up tonight at 5:30. That'll be at the old Bank of America building at 101 North 2nd Street in Yakima. Pasco City Hall is adding an electric vehicle charging center to their parking lot. The city of Pasco applied for a grant with the Department of Ecology last year to make that happen. The city was awarded the grant earlier this month. It is $90,000 $10,000 per charging center. The city of Pasco plans on installing 9 of those charging stations, and city officials say they're planning on having them in the parking lot for the convenience of the community.
The goal is to actually be able to allow the city fleets to be able to charge, of course, at no charge to that vehicle, and then to allow the public access to have these charging stations near shops and other amenities that we have downtown within walking distance while their vehicles are charging.
And city officials say community members in Pasco can expect to see those new EV charging stations within the next year. The U.S. Postal Service just rolled out its first electric vehicle charging stations. Those are over in Atlanta. The Postal Service is working on building the nation's biggest electric vehicle fleet, which will eventually have tens of thousands of delivery vehicles. The new charging stations will allow those electric vehicles to charge overnight, ready for action the following day. The Postal Service plans to convert 400 sites into what they call sorting and delivery centers over a 10-year period. Those centers will serve as local hubs and cover a larger geographic area than the post offices they're replacing. Most of them, we're told, will have electric vehicle charging stations. It is primary day for Republicans in New Hampshire, and these early contests in places like Iowa and New Hampshire typically give us a look at who is likely to be the presidential nominee from a political party. As Melissa Adon reports, at the moment, there are really only 2 major Republican contenders left.
Midnight voting in Dixville Notch, New Hampshire, kicking off the first in the nation primary. The town following tradition, and all 6 voters picking former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley as their Republican presidential nominee. Haley spent yesterday crisscrossing New Hampshire trying to convince voters to deliver her an upset victory.
We can't be a country in disarray and have a world on fire and go through 4 more years of chaos because we won't survive it.
Former President Trump's former rivals in the Republican primary have officially thrown their support behind him, repeatedly interrupted by protesters.
I was also honored. She's back.
As the former president accused Nikki Haley of courting Democrats, calling her unelectable.
So if you want a losing candidate who puts America last, vote for Nikki Haley.
It's an uphill battle for Haley. Polls show her trailing by double digits.
I love her, okay? She has the new style of what we need down in Washington, D.C.
If they don't like him, I like him. So I think he'll help out the country.
Meanwhile, the New Hampshire Attorney General's office says it's investigating reports of an apparent robocall that used artificial intelligence to mimic President Biden, advising people in the state not to vote in the primary. The White House says the call was not recorded by the president. Today, Biden, Vice President Harris, and their spouses are set to hold a rally together in Virginia to discuss abortion access. The primary in South Carolina, that's Haley's home state, is next month, but polls there already show Trump leading by more than 30 points. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Now, Washington's primary election is coming up in March. We'll continue to cover that as it happens. Now, getting out in the cold weather brings a lot of challenges for a lot of people. It also changes how law enforcement officers operate. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us it even changes what they're being called out to.
Of course, having snow or ice on the road is going to make things a lot more difficult for drivers. In fact, Selah police told me that this morning alone they responded to 6 crashes within city limits. But Selah Police Chief Dan Chrisman tells me it also impacts the type of crimes occurring. He says even people committing crimes tend to want to stay out of the cold, so they typically see less burglaries and car prowlers around this time of the year.
But on the flip side to that is people are kind of holed up inside their house for longer periods of time, so we may see domestic issues rise.
But the type of 911 call police are responding to isn't the only thing that changes in cold weather. Coming up at 6, we'll hear more about the different challenges police face when those temperatures drop. Reporting from the Acoma Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. You can start filing tax returns on Monday, and the FTC has issued a ruling against TurboTax. The feds say the company lied to customers by advertising its services as free, even though a lot of people ended up having to pay extra. The The FTC ordered the company to either stop advertising their service as free or actually make services free for all of their customers. This decision comes after Intuit settled a lawsuit and had been set to issue checks to some 4.4 million people as of last May. We have a warning tonight from the FBI regarding the rise of child sextortion cases in the United States. Now, this is what happens when a person convinces a child to send naked pictures, then threatens to release those pictures if the child doesn't send more. The FBI says between October of 2021 and March of 2023, they received over 13,000 reports of online financial sextortion. A majority of those cases, they say, involved boys between the ages of 14 and 17. And investigators say it's led to at least 20 suicides. Now, the FBI released a statement saying parents, educators, and caregivers need to be aware of this increasingly urgent threat and empower victims to come forward. Now, this is something we've talked about extensively here on Apple Valley News Now. We're highlighting the work of local law enforcement officers are doing as part of the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Investigators say while they're working to track down the criminals trying to target children online, you can help by making sure that you keep open lines of communications with the kids in your life, even when those are difficult or uncomfortable conversations to have. And if you or someone you know believes that they're a victim of sextortion, you should immediately report that activity to law enforcement. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, we'll show you how CBC is raising awareness of human trafficking, which is the fastest growing criminal industry in the world. Plus, Stacey's calling it pea soup here in the Tri-Cities. Lots of that out there tonight. What you can expect as we're getting to midweek next in your First Alert forecast.
If you're hurt at work, your life can go into a downward spiral.
You're injured. You can't work. Your bills are piling up.
But winning workers' comp benefits isn't easy.
You're the underdog.
We'll fight labor and industries to get you the workers' compensation benefits you deserve.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Did you know Austria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Austria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
See, Alice, it's snowy and cold out here, but in Triple Play's toasty indoor water park, people are happy and warm.
This is snow?
Roy, she's never seen it!
It's cold and sticks to my feet! This stuff rules!
Aha, look, she made a snow, Roy.
That is clearly a snow stand.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Who is that?
My Aunt Shirley.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Valley Nissan is your new Nissan Rogue headquarters. Over 25 new Rogues to choose from, all on the lot and clearly marked with low sale prices. Drive home a new 2023 Rogue for as low as $27,990. And listen to this, interest rates as low as 0%, so why wait? Price, selection, and low APR financing. The time to buy is now. The place to buy is Valley Nissan. So come see us today. Valley Nissan is your new Rogue headquarters.
A small historic town in Idaho's Bitterroot Mountains.
It's really unparalleled. 2 ski resorts are 15 minutes away from here.
Wallace.
The entire city's on the National Register of Historic Places.
Fly the Northwest.
Just take a look around. It's gorgeous.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
E.T. and Extra tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Welcome back. Columbia Basin College in Pasco is hosting the Shine a Light on Human Trafficking Awareness campaign. Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed has a look at the events today and what's ahead for the rest of the event.
Dozens of students standing in solidarity to get the word out about human trafficking. From different sayings to local statistics and facts about trafficking in the Tri-Cities and Yakima, these students braved the chilly weather and fog this morning to point out how serious this problem is. Today's event is only the beginning. Tomorrow at the school, a presentation will be made by nationally known expert and trafficking survivor Rebecca Bender. That will take place for students and is also open to the public. The event starts at 5 p.m. and will be followed by an open discussion with a panel of other experts. And on Thursday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., there will be a rotation of human trafficking films being shown at the planetarium. According to the Department of Justice, between 15 and 20,000 people are trafficked in the United States every year, and officials say it is the fastest growing criminal industry in the world.
So our homeless and our runaway numbers are increasing as well. That is a very, very vulnerable population that we have to pay attention to.
We are making a difference because we're showing that we are here to support you, and there's no need to feel scared, sad, or reluctant to want to reach out for help.
Today's event lasted for 1 hour. By the end, students placed the yard signs right here on campus for others to see anytime. In Pasco, Austin Breed, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Austin. And students who post a human trafficking message from their social media using the hashtag #CBCShinesTheLight can also win prizes. In health news this evening, a new study has begun to shed light on the long-term impacts that COVID-19 has on your body. The study focused on long haulers, people who battled symptoms for weeks after the virus itself was technically out of their system. A team from Columbia University, Cornell Medicine, and Sloan Kettering Cancer Center found that in long COVID patients, the SARS-CoV-2 virus is able to attack the area of the brain that produces dopamine. That's one of the chemicals that makes you happy and produces feelings of joy and pleasure. When your body can't produce dopamine, the joy is gone, and people are often left with anxiety or depression.
Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that's involved with our energy, our sense of pleasure, and the absence of it results in sort of the opposite.
Now, this study only focused on people who battled long COVID, and it's not clear what the effect COVID had on people who didn't have symptoms or who had mild symptoms.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
We'll start with our GISA sky cam. This looks like a white background. This is the fog we're dealing with this evening in the Columbia Basin and throughout the region. Most people, some people, Walla Walla, Pendleton, not so much. 34 degrees. Look at the humidity at 96%. That's all this moisture in the air now. As these temperatures drop, we're going to be looking at some freezing fog. Here's your visibility around the area. We're about a half a mile north of Tri-Cities, North Franklin County area. Tri-Cities down to a quarter mile or less. I'm saying 100 to 500 feet visibility into Benton City and Prosser and all the way in the Yakima Valley into Ellensburg. Very dense fog. Remember to turn your lights on. We cannot see you, especially the tail lights from behind. You don't want to get rear-ended. So I saw lots of folks driving without lights on today. All right, storm track for tomorrow. We have a system moving in late tonight. Rain showers on the coast as it proceeds in. We'll see heavy snowfall across the Cascades. As it comes across the Cascades to those east slopes towards Yakima and Ellensburg, that's where we could see a little bit of accumulation, but transitioning to rain later in the day. Showers mainly across the Columbia Basin, but we could see a little bit of that mixed precip again in our lower elevations. By the afternoon, though, with warmer temps, it'll be rain showers. And then we've got another system, a shortwave one, setting up for Thursday. Let's take a look at our futurecast and what we're seeing here. Again, cloudy skies. Here comes those snow showers. 5 o'clock in the morning, Yakima with some rain just right on the edge of that snow coming through. Ellensburg down into the Columbia Basin, you'll see rain showers and maybe a little rain mixed with snow, but again, transitioning to showers. Now that means we could see some more ice developing across our roads, and there's that snow across the Yakima-Kittitas Valley. Valley. By about 10 o'clock, we'll see mostly rain showers, Columbia Basin Tri-Cities into the foothills of the Blues. You'll see some snow showers across that I-84 corridor in the southern Blue Mountains of Oregon. As the day proceeds, kind of mixed precip, just kind of breaks apart and moves through. Most of our snow will be to the eastern portion of the Blue Mountains, so we'll keep an eye on that. And then here comes that next system on Thursday. Again, more snow showers across the Cascades, scattered showers in the lower elevation, and maybe even a little rain mix with snow. Now, if we do collect some snow by tomorrow at 10 a.m., we're expecting maybe an inch in Ellensburg, maybe about a half an inch in Yakima. But again, that will transition to showers, should melt that off pretty quickly. Folks had some blue skies today in Walla Walla. The town's so nice they named it twice. You guys earned some blue skies up there. We did not have those in the Columbia Basin and Yakima Valley today, socked in pretty much all day long. Thanks for those photos. Remember, you can send yours to SLee@AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Mostly cloudy and foggy tonight. Temperatures down below the freezing level. So with all this moisture in the air, we're going to look for black ice and slick roads through the area. Planning your day tomorrow, we have about a 40% chance of showers increasing by noon, and then we'll see those cloudy skies with decreasing showers. Temperatures in the 30s, warming up to 37 by 4 o'clock. Winds will remain light. In Yakima, 100% of mixed precip or rain all the way through noon tomorrow, starting to clear out later in the afternoon. Winds will stay light there as well. Walla Walla looking for showers pretty much on and off throughout the day tomorrow, so just be prepared for that. And in Hermiston, we're going to look for those rain showers tapering off hopefully later in the evening, but again, a chance of precip most of the day. I'll have your 7-day planning forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And when the weather's like this, it's always nice to be able to get out of the house, and bonus points if you can learn something while you're at it, right? Well, coming up, we're highlighting efforts to build a new museum in the Tri-Cities and how you can help make it happen. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 5.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
When you get in a wreck with a big truck, the insurance company shows up right away to get an advantage. Call the heavy hitter right away, and I'll be there to protect you and the evidence because you matter.
Call 853-2222.
Two iconic rock bands, one night of history. The Marshall Tucker Band, Jefferson Starship. Live on Cloud 9 Tour. Saturday, March 9th, the Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish. All the hits. All the history. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. The Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish. Saturday, March 9th.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo. You're not just a number there, you know, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Start 2024 off right and save big on a new truck from Spec Buick GMC. Get up to 10% off MSRP on a new GMC Sierra right now. Looking for an SUV? Get $49.98 off a well-equipped GMC Acadia. Only the best pre-owned vehicles come certified. So take a look at one of our certified pre-owned vehicles in stock. Whether you're looking for a new or used car, truck, or SUV, with nearly 500 vehicles in stock, we've got you covered. Visit us today in Pasco. Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
This Valentine's Day, discover the perfect treat for your loved one at Country Mercantile. From gourmet selections to sweet indulgences, we have something for everyone. Whether it's a box of chocolates, a bottle of cider, or a jar of homemade jam, we have the perfect gift to show your love. Shop online today or visit our store to explore our Valentine's collection. Make this Valentine's Day memorable with Country Mercantile. Visit countrymercantile.com now.
It's Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Even if you've been vaccinated against HPV, keep getting screened until age 65. Get more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Becky Morris at Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic. Visit prosserhealth.org.
When you get in a wreck with a big truck, the insurance company shows up right away to get an advantage. Call the heavy hitter right away, and I'll be there to protect you and the evidence because you matter.
Call 853-2222.
Welcome back. Have you ever thought about where museums come from? There is a proposal in development right now to build a children's museum in the Mid-Columbia region. It starts with an idea and a need for funding. Advocates are hoping to raise $200,000 to build that children's museum. So far, they say they're halfway there. The money will be used towards hiring a museum consultant who has experience with science centers and children's museums throughout the country. It has been a long road so far, but Vice President Beth Crocker says it's all part of the journey.
So that $200,000 will go towards that process. We're hoping to be able to engage that process in May or June of this year and to be able to finalize that study by the end of this year.
Members of the Mid-Columbia Children's Museum will be attending the Association of Children's Museums Conference to help with the fundraising. We'll have more information on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com, and a final check on your first alert forecast coming up next.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
With so much at stake, so much on the line, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 most watched newscast across all of television.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
The back end was in the back seat. There was nothing left of the rear.
Danny was in pain, and the insurance company was giving him the runaround.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company that I didn't have. I felt very comforted. I felt like I was going to be taken care of, that I didn't have to worry about it.
The insurance company couldn't run around me, and Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bathfitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bathfitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Fred's Appliance has GE Profile appliances on sale with smart leading-edge features that make life a little easier.
Smart features and sophisticated designs to simplify your life.
Profile dishwashers are quiet, powerful, and offer flexible loading options.
Fred's has more kitchen packages than you'll find anywhere. Save on GE appliances with up to $2,000 in rebates at your local Fred's Appliance.
Fred's has appliances in stock and on sale. Stop in and see us today.
In life's delicate moments, turn to the compassionate experts at Tri-Cities Chaplaincy. Whether it's hospice, palliative, or grief care for adults and children, we are here for you in Benton and Franklin counties. And the best part, our grief support comes at no cost to you. When life gets tough, we're here to guide you, ensuring you live your best life, even through the toughest moments. Visit us today at tccbestlife.org. Welcome to Walla Walla Regional Airport, where every departure is the beginning of a new adventure. From hassle-free check-ins to friendly staff, we make your travel experience seamless. Explore new destinations, create unforgettable memories, and embrace the thrill of discovery. We're excited to announce our 2 new Alaska Airlines flights to and from Seattle daily, and we offer free parking. Your next adventure begins with us, Walla Walla Regional Airport. Book your flights today at alaskaair.com.
Welcome back. We're taking a final look at your forecast. Stacey, I saw so many people out today driving without their headlights.
Yes, turn your headlights on because it's pea soup fog. It got worse. I thought, oh, it'll get better today. No, it did not. So, and in fact, that can now change to freezing fog on top of it all. So
definitely be careful out there.
Yes, slow down, lights on, and be prepared for slick roads as well. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast for Walla Walla and Hermiston. Look at all that wet weather. We've got a chance of rain showers over the next couple of days. Lower elevations could see a little mixed precip in those early morning hours before it warms up, but it will quickly transition to showers. We're looking at more showers into Saturday and Sunday in some of our areas. Let's take a peek at Tri-Cities and Yakima. There's that wintry mix. Now, Yakima could actually accumulate maybe a half an inch in the morning, but it will transition to rain showers. Already have had slick roads and school delays there today. Might have them once again tomorrow. Mostly see rain showers in the Columbia Basin. We have a wet weekend ahead, so lots of rain, but slick roads out there, Alyssa. Very thick pea soup fog tonight as well, except for Walla Walla and Pendleton. You guys, good for you.
Well, you know, they had the extra cold and extra snow, so maybe they get some sunshine to balance it out.
There
right?
you go.
Thanks, Stacey. Thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6. And you can always find the latest anytime on our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com.